Hello and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play video. Now, it has been quite a while and I do apologize for that, but my life has been very chaotic recently and I have been a lot busier than I previously expected. Now, I'll still try and get these videos out as frequently as possible, but it just means you'll probably get a lot more shorter content than usual. Maybe instead of half an hour or 20 minutes, you get like 10 or so, 15. A couple more short content. Um, but what the first major thing that has happened since the last episode is since it's Raid's 5th anniversary, they released a pack that gave us a sacred, a legendary book, uh, an immortal, or whatever the middle one is. Yeah, an immortal soulstone, um, three ancients, and two voids. Now, I got really lucky, right? The sacred gave me Tila Gormain. So she is really good for Hydra. You got an AoE HP burn with a continuous heal on all allies. Right, amazing. And then you got it's an AoE attack, increases the duration of all HP burns by 1 turn, places a leech, and then a hex. Hex is a vital Hydra debuff. And to have that on an AoE on a burn champion is amazing. And then her A1 steals 1 buff, and if they've got 2 or more, has a chance of stealing 2 buffs. That's really good on an A1. And then an ancient gave me another insane legendary, Theodore the Savant. So he's got 2 poisons and poison sensitivity on an AoE with increased speed on all allies on a 4 turn. And then he's got increases the duration of all poison and HP burn debuffs by a turn, and then instantly activates them. If they're not under poison or HP burn, places a weaken. But what that does is it basically, say you've got, 1 HP burn and 2 poisons, both on 2 turn duration. He'll make that a 3 turn, and then back to a 2 turn, but they'll take the damage for that tick. Or, for those debuffs. So basically, say poison does 70,000, and HP burn does about 70,000, the clan boss would take 21,000, not 21,000, 210,000, but the debuff duration would technically stay the same as it was when the turn first started, if that makes any sense. And then the A1s and AoE would decrease speed. That's pretty useful in Hydra, but I mean, you could actually use him in Hydra. Anyway, I've 6-starred Ferrican. I've got him in some better accessories now. His stats are looking much healthier. Bit more speed. What else has happened? 3 new epics. Dark Alhain with daily login. So, Bravos, he's going to be my Faction Wars, one of my Faction Wars champions. Decreased speed on the A1, AoE decreased crit rate and decreased crit damage on the A2, meaning the enemies can't crit. Well, if it's not a player, if say PvE, they can't crit unless they've got a increased crit rate buff, because their base crit rate is, I think, 15%, or is it 30? Either way, they can't crit. And then increased crit rate and increased crit damage on all allies. Sadly, it's on a 4-turn when booked, so not as good as other people. And then heals an ally by 10% of their HP when they're hit with a crit. So really good for Faction Wars. Dark Alhain, most of you probably know why she's so good. An AoE self-buffing as well, and it hits really hard. A1 destroys max HP. Whenever freeze is placed on an ally, she uses her nuke and fills her turn meter a bit. And then if she receives the freeze, she gets those buffs and removes the freeze. And then Arndolf, another faction wars champion. He's got to provoke on the A1, AoE weaken and fear, and counterattack and reflect damage on a 3-turn. So they're some actual decent epics. Uh, if I go to Reserve Vault, I pulled another Deacon and another Firegun Isbiel. So they're just going to sit in my vault for a while. What I can do, actually, Faction Guardians for Dwarves now. Where is Dwarves? Because the 10% HP for Morag is somewhat of a boost. One thing I have not tried since 6-starring Farrakhan is Brutal Clan Boss. So we'll see what we're gonna do. I'll leave it on auto, but previous record is about 10 and a half, 10 million, 10.5. Can't remember. Let's see. I'll probably let it run for about a couple turns and then either skip it or just let it continue. I don't know. Whatever seems more interesting at the time. So there's the Farrakhan ally attack. And Deacon, I just got another mastery on him. So that the decreased defense and leech should have a chance at being a 3-turn instead of a 2-turn. Which is better because the leech is the main way my team stays alive at the moment. It's such a good debuff as well. Why wouldn't why, if you have a Deacon, why wouldn't you use him in Clan Boss? Rathalos is doing Rathalos things, just high damage. And there's another leech. Rhodos, I put one legendary book into Rhodos and got a 3 extra damage, so I think that's the debuff buff filled as well. Rhodos is doing a bit more damage than usual. I'm going to start going through Nightmare Campaign soon and getting all those legendary books. I should get a legendary book soon from missions as well, because I just need the Void Keep, which is open tomorrow. And let's see. So we're doing real good damage. Usually by about turn 10, it's Farrakhan is dead and we're sort of struggling a bit more, but double extra turn with Rhodos, that's good. There, you got the 3-turn decreased defense from Deacon as well. And the leech is what is really keeping Farrakhan alive this time. Sometimes it doesn't always place, but I reckon will be good. And Deacon takes the stun, but not that. I'd prefer if Kale took the stun instead, but it's not that problematic yet. Yeah, when I get Theodore in, this team should get so much better. Or if I get Theodore in. I'm still debating that. There you go, 129,000 damage from Rhodos. And yeah, everybody's doing great. The next person I'm going to sub out of this Clan Boss team is definitely Kale. I believe he's doing the least amount of damage. Well, Farrakhan and Deacon probably are, but they're, without them, the Clan Boss team would be doing a lot less damage. So, Farrakhan's probably going to die in the next turn or so. Don't have Warmaster on him yet, so this damage is going to get better as well. And that ally attack just got everybody to full health as well, which means hopefully we can stay alive long enough that we can get the 11, maybe even 12 million. So that Warmaster on Rathalos is keeping him to full health. That's the Rhodos Mastery that is working there with the counterattack. I can't remember what it's called, but when an ally receives a control debuff, it has a chance to counterattack. Okay, so we're looking like we're going to be about 12.2 million. That's really good, actually. That's an extra 2 million, at least. And Rodos is still kind of going. You should die within the next turn. Yeah. So just under 12.5 million, an extra 2 million. And actually, Rathalos is doing the least amount of damage. That might be, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Rathalos is the one I sub out for the moment until my gear's better. So 12.43 million is well and truly a 2-key. So we're 2-keying Brutal, and this clan doesn't have Nightmare unlocked. So when I start, well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to move up, because the clan sort of cluster I'm in at the moment, the Eternal Flames, this is the second clan, and if I go into where was it, rankings, I believe the first one is called Eternal Phoenix. This is the clan that I'm trying to get promoted to. So it's their main clan, and they're doing Nightmare daily. So that's much better. But I'm just waiting to see if the clan leader deems it that I can go up. Otherwise, it's not such a big deal at the moment, because I'm not 1-keying Brutal or doing Nightmare at all. I am dealing 15.5 million damage to hard on Force. So my average is about 15-16 million to hard. Well and truly the 1-key. So I'm doing quite well. The one problem I have at the moment is I do not know who to 6-star. Now, I'm trying to 6-star somebody to help with Clan Boss. So you're probably looking at Theodore, Frozen Banshee, or Suren. Maybe Tagore, but I doubt it for now. There's no point, if I include my vaults, I don't think there's much point in including Tyrell in the people I could 6-star, because even though he has a decreased attack, by the time I actually need a decreased attack champion to start doing a lot better, I feel like he is going to be irrelevant, because I will have a better one. Because if you look, I don't think I have any decrease. Yeah. That sucks, but I'll pull one in the future. So yeah, let me know in the comments, like, who should I 6-star next for Clan Boss. I know I have quite a few legendaries. I'm just that lucky. What have I got now? 5 legendaries, is it? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legendaries, and I'm on what day? Day 135? I actually get Scarl soon. Ooh, she's gonna be good. She's gonna be big. What's this guy again? Oh. This is interesting. So I've always thought Lordly Legionary is, like, rubbish. And in a way he is. But if the Fire Knight is under hero reduction, he'll place 4 hits. Or 2 hits. 3 hits if they're under 50%, 4 hits if they're under 100%. He's got a single target, decreased speed and decreased turn meter, and reflect damage and continuous heal. He'd be worth keeping in my vault if I need help with Fire Knight. But I do see why people hate him so much. Grush. Grush is actually decent for Clan Boss. Like, yeah. If you don't have a decent healer, I mean, you do get Skull before then, but Grush is pretty good. Tomorrow I do get a rank 5 chicken. That's going to help out a bit. But yeah, just let me know in the comments, who should I 6-star next? But I'll see you in the next one. Bye.